Monday, December 19th, 2016, and I'm going to present to you an unboxing today. Now this is something that I've been waiting for what seems like eons for, and it is from BodFX, and here's the package, and I am going to go ahead and open it without further ado, because that's what you came for, right? Yes, okay. So I am going to be tearing into this package. I'm going to be making a mess, and you get to watch. So, yeah. If you're wondering what BodFX is, it is an online and supposedly in-person retailer that sells body jewelry. And I am going to be showing you what I got. I'm going to be stretching my ears, my earlobes. Right now they're at a 4 gauge. And I'm going to be stretching up to a 2 gauge today. So here's the information. Woo. And here is the package. It says BodFX, and up in the corner here it says screwed up, because that's the type of stretching kit that I got. And basically what it is, it's really cool. It's a really cool invention. It's a taper and a tunnel, or eyelet, however you'd like to call it, all in one, and they screw apart. So I will go ahead and demonstrate that for you. And this kit has sizes ranging from 8 gauge to 00. So here is the naked box, uncovered, all exposed. Alright, so we open our box and we come out with one packet of staple bags. And these are, oh, I gotcha. Okay, so in each bag is the tapers and tunnels. So they're all organized. So let's make sure that each one is included for 8 gauge. Here's one for 6 gauge and everything is there. Here's one for 4 gauge. Let's make sure everything is there, and it is. Everything is there for 4 gauge. Here's 2 gauge. This is what we're going to be using today. Everything's there. Here's a 0 gauge. And they're getting bigger and bigger. I'm so excited. And here is my goal size, 00. And everything is there, all shiny and new. So I'm going to go ahead and take this 2 gauge out of the bag. I'm going to separate the bags. I'm going to take the 2 gauge out. I'm going to set it up. I'm going to go wash my hands, wash my ears, and I will be right with you. Alrighty, after what seems like 9 months later, we have naked lobes. So my hands are clean, my ears have been cleansed and massaged. That's why they're red. And also another reason why they're red is because I had a heck of a time trying to get these 4 gauges off. These little guys right here. They are they were very tight on there. So after working with it for eons, I finally figured that the #1 trick, and probably the only trick other than getting a professional piercer, is to take a paper towel, a clean paper towel, while this thing is still in your ear, and you want to take one end of the paper towel and grip the front, and you want to take another piece of the paper towel, grip the back, and twist. Righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and show you a comparison of what I am switching out of and what I'm switching into. This here is our 2 gauge, that is. I don't know if I said millimeter earlier. If I did, just ignore me. Anyway, this is our 2 gauge tunnel, and this is our 4 gauge that we just switched out of. So here they are together. Okay, I wish I had a third hand. You're probably going to need me to do this. So that's our 2 gauge. And if I can hold it together with one hand spaced out like that, what you see on your the left of your screen is our 4 gauge and the other one is 2 gauge. Hopefully there's a sizable difference. So anywho, now on for the fun part. I'm going to go ahead and scoot my table closer to me so I don't have to get out of frame. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and use some vitamin E, and I'm going to put some on this Q-tip. And I'm going to oil my ears up really good. Guess I'll just dip it in there real good. Gonna work on my left ear. And they are red, I could tell, but that's okay. I was hoping I can get my Q-tip through just for kicks and giggles, but apparently I can't. I don't think I can do that until I'm at a 2 gauge. I think it's a 2 gauge and higher thing. But I am almost there, that's the good news. So I am going to go ahead and lube up my taper. I don't want to get out of frame. Here's our taper. And I'm going to tie, or it's not tie, but screw on an eyelet tunnel thing, however you like to call it. So here's our complete deal. Once this is in, I'm going to unscrew the taper, leave the eyelet in, and then put the backing on. So I'm going to go ahead and lube this up. I'm going to lube it up some more. You want it nice and slidable. Is that a word? So nice and oily. Alrighty. And here we go. This is my first time doing this on film, so if I look like I don't know what I'm doing, that's why. But otherwise I do. If there is any pain in the process of sizing your ears, it's time to stop, because you don't want to experience pain in something like this. So I'm just going to take my other hand, I'm going to take my left hand and steady my lobe, and I'm just going to gently push. You don't want to just ram it in there, because if you do, you risk tearing your ear and getting a nice pretty little blowout. And if you've ever seen a blowout, you know that they are anything but pretty. So I feel it going in. It doesn't hurt. It's this is the reason why it's so important to lube your ears, because you don't want it to hurt. You want this to be a relatively smooth process, and I can feel it going in. It doesn't sting, but I can feel the taper sliding, which is good. We're at a good pace here. And if you're wondering, I had my 4 gauges in for over 3 weeks. I would have switched them out sooner, because my ears were ready, I think. But my stretching kit didn't arrive until today, so, which is probably a good thing overall, even though it was rather annoying. But yeah, that's a whole other story. And I feel that my eyelets is in my ear. I'm just gonna push it in all the way. It doesn't hurt. This is, I looked in the mirror earlier, just a few minutes ago before I started this clip, and it looked like this ear hole was smaller than my right one, which is good, because I want to do the smaller hole first. And it's all the way in. No pain, nothing. So at this point, I'm going to go ahead and unscrew my taper, and I'm going to put this little guy on there. And I'm going to have to remember when I go to stretch next time and I take these things out to use a paper towel. thankfully I don't have to do this very often. So here comes the taper, and that thing is all the way in there. The really cool thing about this set is that they're internally threaded, which is very, very important when you're doing stretching or piercings of any type. You just want to make sure that your jewelry is internally threaded, because if not, then the threading of the jewelry can mess with your piercing, and that is not a fun experience. So I officially have a 2-gauge left ear, and I'm so excited. Woo! There it is. There's my 2-gauge. Woohoo! I wonder if you can see through it. Can you? Woo! Woohoo! Alright, like every YouTuber does. Woohoo! Alright, so here, at this point, I'm going to go ahead and use the other end of my Q-tip. I'm going to go ahead and dip it in. And I'm going to go ahead and wipe off any excess oil, because I don't want it all over my furniture or clothes or anything else. And the weird thing is, I feel like I can get this Q-tip like in my piercing. That is so weird. I'm going to try from the behind and let you guys see what I'm talking about. I couldn't do this with my other ear because it was too small. So I really wonder, I'm really looking forward to watching this video back, because I wonder how much Q-tip you can see. I feel like I'm getting it further into the piercing than I did with the other ear. So that just tells me that this taper is going to really slide right in. So I'm going to go ahead and put this down. I'm going to take our trusty taper. I'm going to put the pieces together like so. They screw on just like that. Easy peasy. Okay, I'm going to take our oil. I'm going to take it on our Q-tip, and I'm going to oil it up just like so. I cannot stress the importance of using something like vitamin E oil or jojoba oil, or something that allows for easy insertion of your jewelry. So this is probably going to go in a lot quicker. I can feel it sliding in, and it's not painful at all. I can feel slight pressure just like I did on the other ear, but it's almost in. I'm so excited. It's all the way in. I've got 2-gauge ears. Woohoo! Alright, we're taking our taper off. Voila! And we've got to screw on the back part. Let's make sure that the jewelry is all the way in, and it is. And we just want to line it up. And again, thankfully this is internally threaded, which makes this process so much easier. So righty-tighty wins the race. And I am so excited. I have 2-gauge holes. If you're curious, I'm going to go ahead and size up to a 00. That's my goal size. So there it is. Here are my 2-gauge holes. Can you see through them? Doesn't it look awesome? I'm so excited. Alright, you guys, thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, go ahead and smash that thumbs up. If you want to share it to somebody who is thinking about stretching their ears and is maybe afraid or is maybe curious of what 2-gauge looks like, go ahead and share this video with them. If you want to see more videos from me, I've got all kinds of videos. I've got tattoo videos, I've got other piercing videos, I even have encouragement videos, I've got flashbacks, throwbacks, I've got good times with my better half. What else do I have? I have story times. I've got all kinds of good videos. So I would love to have you with me, so please subscribe. If you have any questions or comments, anything that's on your heart, just go ahead and comment below. I do my best to answer. In fact, so far I've answered every one of them. So I'd like to keep that record going as far as I can. So yeah, feel free to throw any suggestions at me. I'm all ears. All ears. No, but yeah, thanks again for watching, you guys. I really, really appreciate it. And I will see you in my next video.